pit road on the outside.
Dylan.
And it was big for Ryan Sieg in that first pit box as we got a crash in the infield. Big for Sieg to get all the way to the left, being that first pit box, so nobody came to the inside of him as he tried to pull into his marks. Sheldon Creed in as well, fuel only
as
for
we
him.
can see on our screen.
So if you guys watched my previous video on William Suckwich, I mentioned I was going to end up doing a video on Kris Wright at some point. That time is now. One of the most embarrassing seasons I've ever witnessed by a driver, and we're going to talk about this shit right now. Kris Wright was born July 17, 1994 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to a family that was well involved in racing, as his father also was a driver. Wright's racing career started in 2015, as he would start racing sports cars. From 2015 to 2019, he would run in IMSA, capturing Rookie of the Year honors in the IMSA Prototype Challenge in 2017. And the following season went on to win the whole damn IMSA Prototype Challenge in LMP3. He would jump into full-body stock cars in 2020, as he would compete in all three ARCA divisions in 2020, running a select number of races. He started 47 truck races between 2020 and 2024, and had a best finish of 12 twice at Daytona in 2021 and the Texas race in 2023. He also ran 16 Xfinity races in 2021 and 2022, with a best finish of 17th at Watkins Glen. He also ran full-time in the ARCA Menard Series in 2024 and netted 8 top 5s and 12 top 10s. And while those stats are nothing to sneeze at, should he really have gotten a full-time Xfinity ride for this? Hell no, but because he brings money, a shit ton of it, with his F&B, which stands for Frustrating Nipple Bitches, he gets a full-time ride with Power Motorsports. Then again, this is probably a team that is the most dysfunctional in the entire damn series. If you know some of the bullshit, you know. The world was about to find out what happens when dysfunctional meets disabilities. An outright shit bomb occurs. You already know about Daytona, but let's really take a look. Wright had been running mid-20s to 30s range throughout the race. Then on the final round of green flag pit stops, he decided to, I don't know, turn his damn brain off. Straight up ARCA breaks the shit out of Josh Bilicki, an ass packing I haven't seen so dramatic in a long time, and a 32nd place finish. At Atlanta, as most of the pack had duped itself on the final lap, Wright decided to put his brain on autopilot and ping pong off 2 cars, and once again take out Josh Bilicki. Then comes COTA, where Wright would experience brain shutoff by making contact with the 35 and spin in front of the 91. Bilicki expressed a little frustration in a tweet, but it was still mostly normal. Then the dumbass decided to put up a brain-dead response. Bilicki then went, and very deservedly, nuclear. Dude, it's embarrassing that you don't even know what happened. I was behind you. You were on the inside of the 35. He was passing you on the outside. You stepped on your dick again and spun all on your own without me touching you. I had nowhere to go, and you hit me as you spun around. I tried giving you the benefit of the doubt at Daytona, but it's honestly getting out of hand. Maybe you should go back to being a gentleman driver in IMSA, where you can race doctors and dentists in LMP3. I'm just going to let my comment about Bilicki's reaction speak for itself. Oh yeah, you thought this was the worst of it? We're just getting started.
Stage, and we get our first caution, and that's too bad. It's for Kris Wright, who's coming off a career best last week at Martinsville and was solid earlier today in qualifying, driving that 5.
Oh.
Josh Williams going by.
Oh, Zilich sideways into Chip Burnett.
He's going to catch it.
No caution yet.
Sammy Smith does not want to see a caution right here. Yeah, we got a big wreck here down the back.
Oh my goodness.
We got to
And
spin.
there goes Allgaier spinning. Hit it a couple laps behind Larson. Through that, lost the race lead, and now trouble.
Yep.
Caution number 8. Wow, first Texas win.
This down 3 and 4. Kris Wright is way off the pace as they come off of 4, slides up, and Justin is going at such a higher rate of speed. Can't react in that point in the corner. Basically gets in the back of him and causing this wreck here. We saw earlier when Justin went around the outside of Kris Wright, who was way off the pace a couple laps prior when he was racing with Kyle Larson. But really, that's just 2 cars at such a different rate of speed at that time, that place. Justin racing on newer tires, just trying to make up time. He's just lost the lead to the 88. He knew that. He saw that.
What you just saw in the 3 clips does not even come close to telling the full story, as this was horrifying to witness. In 17 starts, Wright managed the best finish of 9th at the very bad Martinsville race. 4 DNFs and many dumbass moments. He was at times eye-wateringly off the pace and getting in God knows how many drivers' way, and really being a larva. The final straw came after he failed to qualify for the Chicago Street Course. Afterwards, after Sonoma, he was told to fuck off, as Kaz Grau is said to replace him for Dover, and probably most of the rest of the season. Will our motorsports learn their lesson from this? Probably not. What's going to happen to Kris Wright? God knows what. Probably a return to ARCA, but if I was his intellectual dumbass, I would probably go quiet for the rest of the year, then return to IMSA or wherever sports car series would take his ass, considering how much he got mocked during his entire time in 2025. Would be kind of a dangerous idea. Strangely though, despite all this shit and brainless dumbass moments, he doesn't have the most DNFs or the highest body count in cars damaged. That goes to someone I've already covered and probably will do again once he is either fired or the season's over. You know who you are. You do not need to explain yourself. Your driving's done enough of it. Some pretty horrifying shit. Kris Wright? Alright, Kris wrong, you know?